Parenting is beautiful, it's fun, and it's one of the best gifts in the world. It's also difficult, which is why humor is so important. Clinical psychologist Dr. Sharon Saline joins us with tips on this April Fool's Day.
Yes,
Gotta
happy
keep
April
it light.
Fool's Day.
I know.
Got to keep it light, and it actually is a great time to inspire all of us to remember to laugh and have more fun with our kids. Sometimes we're so busy and caught up in the day-to-day that we forget, oh my gosh, you know, a little goofiness goes a long way.
And we do get caught up. That's a great word, because we're on a to-do list and we look at all of our tasks, and so we forget to keep the humor in there. Let's talk about your first tip, Dr. Saline, which is to use humor to diffuse tension. Tension is inevitable.
Exactly, and I think what happens a lot of times is people tense up. Your child is doing something you don't like, or you wish that they wouldn't have a tantrum in the middle of the grocery store, or they say something to you that isn't exactly in the kindest, most respectful tone, and we go right back at the level that they're giving it to us, instead of maybe taking a step back. So for example, when my kids, who are now in their 20s, you know, would sort of change their tone of voice or be a little snarky, I would say, fresh is for vegetables. And they'd be like, oh, Mom, you know, and they'd roll their eyes and I'd be like, yes, fresh is for vegetables, because I'm not going to get into it with you about your tone of voice right now. That's only going to go to a bad place.
But it lightens the mood.
It lightens
and the
tension. Mood. Exactly.
Let's talk about music and how, especially with a lot of these songs that are mainstream with Kids Bop, you know, you can learn all the songs that, the kids can learn all the songs that you're listening to. Right,
the kids can learn what you're listening to, but what's really helpful is if you learn what they're listening to.
Right.
So a spontaneous sing-along, turning music on when you're cleaning up the kitchen and dancing, and the best, of course, is learning the words for your tweens, teens, learning the words to their songs, encouraging them to play the music in the car while you're driving, and then sing along. And they'll just be mortified, like, oh my God,
and getting
Mom.
The lyrics wrong on
and
purpose.
Getting the lyrics wrong, and yet, but the whole laughter builds closeness, and that's what we're trying to do, you know, with humor, is to build more connection and closeness.
It really does, and I'm glad my kids are past the Baby Shark thing, because I don't know if I'd want to be singing that one, but I like the top 40 stuff. Let's talk about doing chores and how we can make those fun.
Right, so we want to gamify things, and one way we can gamify chores is by making little contests. Let's see who can pick up all the socks from the floor fastest, or we're going to count to, we're going to time for 20 seconds, and who's got 20 pieces of clothing they're picking up, whatever it is. I also encourage, again, you know, having like laundry folding parties. You put on the music, you find socks, you play mix and match, excuse me, and you really try to inject some fun into the otherwise sort of, you know, tediousness of doing chores, like making your bed and putting your laundry in the laundry basket.
That's a great tip, and it kind of takes, especially for us as adults, it's daunting, oh, the laundry pile, or you go do that while I fold laundry. Make it a fun thing, and I love that suggestion, and it's a good reminder in the chaos of the daily routine.
And then it will increase motivation in the family to actually do something, because you'll think, oh, okay, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know, well, what music can we play? You know that you've succeeded when your kids say, I want to play my music this time.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
We've got about 30 seconds. Let's talk about how we can increase the fun factor in our family.
So increasing the fun factor in the family means setting aside family time where you're actually going to do something together that's fun. And let the kids pick some of the activities. I mean, you obviously have veto power, but let the kids pick the activities or the food and go from there. But set aside the time. Say, we're going to have some family time, and everybody will participate. Maybe one week they pick the food, you pick the movie, the next week they pick the movie, you pick the pizza, you know, whatever it is, but you want to set aside family fun time.
I love that. I love it so much, and I think it's always something we need to remember every single day, how we can integrate this into our lives with our children. Humor is so important.
And it increases positivity in the whole family.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love it. Dr. Sharon Saline, thanks so much for being here. All of your tips will be on our website later today, mymassappeal.com.
Thanks for having me.